Okay, let's wait the 20 seconds and then we'll get this thing started, shall we? It should be working now, maybe. We'll find out here in a minute. And yes, I believe it is working. And it is working. I'll give it a few minutes just to start up, just in case anything goes wrong. It was giving me a problem a while ago. It's August 1st, 2023. It is my birthday month. In 2 days, I will turn 48. Can't believe it's already that I'm already that old, but it's true. Like I said, I will do a little bit of GTA today. Let me get a link, share my broadcast while I wait. Let's see, wonder where to share it. Is that it? Oh yeah, there it goes. We got it. Okay, let me go to Gab. If this is the browser I'm logged into it at. Yeah, that's right. Okay. And let's see. Twitter. Go on Twitter. Share it on Twitter. And let's do this. Something I haven't done before. There's my screenshot, but since I can't use Facebook, we'll do this. Hold on just a second. And I don't want that. And let's put the link. Oh, wow. Oh yeah, that's okay. I'll share it on Instagram. There we go. Now we'll get this thing started. Get this thing started. People says they want real. They don't really want real. People really likes to be lied to. I know that all too well. Because all I am is truthful. If people don't like it, that's okay. It's okay. In the name of Jesus, let the stream go well. So you try to get her some money. Amen. Watch over this day. People make me out to be the enemy, but I'm not the enemy. These people started with me first. Those stupid messages. First to my sister, then started bringing up me. And I don't keep quiet. If you get offended by that, so be it. 12:30. 12:30. 2 minutes after my podcast time. My podcast time is always 12:29. Jealous. Jealous again. Oh, just a second. I need to mute. Just a sec. I forgot to remind her of something. She's coming back, so. I thought I heard her. Let me go and get Christine ready while I wait.
Hey, my name's Charlie B. You don't know me, but I definitely know you. Hell of a rep you got.
Turn him off. I'm trying to get to the closet. I hadn't even tried to attempt to find that yet. Put her in the blue. Change her up a bit. There we go. Let's mix. Okay, hold on just a sec. I'll be right back. And I got my camera in the mail. I'm going to start my hand at photography. Since this is one thing this individual doesn't like. I got me a camera now. It's not nothing expensive. But it's a starter camera. Not even sure if I'm going to be able to do it, but I'm going to try my hand at it. Got my own camera now. Let's see how I do. How you like them apples? Put the green one on. Okay, there we go. That don't really mix. That's terrible. That's going to be her today. Woo! Try my own hand at photography. See how I do. I've done it before in the past. It's never been an obsession. I've thought about it for a while. Since this person kept pushing the point. Got my own camera. The Sony. 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 My sister knew this site where you could get good prices on stuff. So, yeah. Sony. I'll try my own hand at photography. I'll get out here in a little bit and start testing out on my robots. Sony. I didn't think it'd come this quick. Just bought it the other day. Said it could get here by the 9th. Got here today. Sony. I don't mean I'm going to be great. I'm going to try it. Don't get mad. get even. Don't get mad, get even. Don't get mad, get even. Don't get mad. That's a David Ellison song. Don't get mad, get even. Don't get mad, get even. Boy, I love that song. That's a good song. That is a good song. That is a great song. Beautiful tune. Beautiful tune. Don't get mad, get even. That's the only way to deal with toxic people. Toxic human beings. They can make me out to be the bad guy all they want to, but God knows the truth. That's the good news. Oh yeah, I'm bad at responding. But you know what? He's talked to me on that before. Be angry, sin night. He knows. He knows, but he also knows the problems. He also knows who starts stuff. He knows all this. You can't lie to guy. I'm innocent. My hands are clean. All I'm guilty of is not responding. Crash that. I like mocking that because there's a bunch of idiots that use that to run over you in this life. I don't fall for it. Crash that. Sorry, Lord. Just have to forgive me. I get sick of it. That stuff's enough to make a person a Satanist. I think they use that to run over. They use your word to abuse people. That's what it is. They use your word to abuse people. They run and then under the cover. Gotta forgive me now, you're a Christian. Gotta forgive me now, you're a Christian. They abuse your word, Lord. That's what people like that does. When they start using that against you. Of course, I hadn't heard these things use that against them. But now I wouldn't put it past them. That's okay. First of all, you're not persecuting me for righteous sake, so I'm not going to turn my cheek. Yours is out of jealousy. And you're jealous of my sister. You should drug me into it. You drugged me into it. Well, you didn't like what I had to say? Well, you shouldn't drug me into it. I've told them that many times on their own politely. I've told them that politely, but I'm not polite on my own pages. And I'm just not going to use that down Facebook anymore. Every time I want to say something, I'll say it on Gab. Because Andrew Torba respects free speech. He's addressed that. He only deals with it if it's criminal. He turns it over to the authorities. Well, nothing I've said is criminal. I'm not a criminal. I don't commit crimes. I'm not a criminal. I don't threaten people. I don't make threats. I let God handle people. And He will. He will. When you're unjustly done, He'll handle it. The people says, what does it matter? Well, you get them messages in your box and you see if you think it don't matter. And you don't tell me what to say. Other people that try to tell me what to do. You don't tell me what to do. You're not my daddy. You're not my mama. Of course, my mama's told me to quit, but I don't care. It's the principle. I'm a grown man. I can make those decisions now. I don't need my mama holding my hand. I'm 48 years old in a few days. That's 3 years off from 50. I don't need my mama holding my hand. I'm disabled. I'm not a child. There's a difference. I only stayed at home because I couldn't afford otherwise. I thought about all that. I looked. Back then when I had to my first checks, I wouldn't even have enough money for food. So I moved out to the next house. Her parents built 2 houses. They built a small one and they built a bigger one. They had them on their property. I moved out to the next house. But I wanted to get my own place because I didn't want somebody telling me what to do. I didn't want to have to be under somebody's roof. You try living off social crap, socialist garbage. They want all that, and it's all coming, by the way. Their digital currency and stuff, it's coming. It's coming. And you're going to be living just as bad as me. When they put you in your coffin box house. And the only time you're leaving is when you're going out in the disposable. Oh, I see a car I want. I see it right there. I see it right there. There's something even bigger, but I want that. The orange. I've had some obsession with orange cars lately. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. And when I was a kid, I always liked red ones. Little red Corvette. And then when I got older, I kind of liked purple ones. But now I've got on this orange thing. I don't know what. I saw one the other day. We went to a birthday party or something. This was last week. There's an orange car in the parking lot. I thought, yeah. Yeah. It's close. I don't believe it was exactly their place, the Mexican restaurant we went to. But now there was an orange car parked somewhere around there. And I thought, yeah, I love that. That looks good. Red Gas Beach. I thought, yeah, I love that. So I thought, don't get mad, get even. Don't get mad, get even. David Ellison, I love you, buddy. I love Mustang too. I'm not gonna get involved in it. I ain't never got involved with the Guns N' Roses and Slash and Axl disputes. And see, they're back together now. But y'all seem to have a love-hate love thing. You know, Alice in Chains had a song. Love, hate, love. I used to love that song. Y'all got a love, hate, love thing where y'all get mad at each other and then you get over it and then you get mad. I'm just going to pray for both of you. I love both of you. Dave Mustaine and Dave Ellison. You are two of my musical heroes. I respect you both. I'm not going to bash either one. Don't get mad if I don't take your side and don't get even. I love you both. I love you both, David Ellison and Dave Mustaine. Dave Mustaine was one of the first people that opened my eyes up long before this than Alex Jones. He was good at singing those lyrics about the New World Order. I think he's what was made the early Alex Jones. I think because Jones was listening to, he's only a year about ahead of me in a few months. So I'm always a year and a few months behind him. But me and him was probably listening to Dave Mustaine at the same time. Don't get mad, get even. Don't get mad, get even. Don't get mad, get even. I don't do that with Christine much. I'm trying to make her repent of that evil stuff. Because I've almost thrown horror movies out of my life. Because they're really committing, what they're really doing is they're doing little mini satanic rituals in your living room. That's what they're doing. They're trying to bring those devils into your house. You know, I had pastors and stuff try to tell me that. I've listened to preachers, I've listened to fools, and most of the dropouts who made their own rules. I wasn't really a dropout, I was a throwout, but then a week later I went to homeschool. So you can't ever say I was only out for a week. And boy, I tell you, that was the boring. I thought I hated school. Of course, it was what I was hearing is what I hated. I've told y'all that. It's what I was hearing was what I hated. Because my mama, she got some religious books, and they were based on the forefathers. Religious. Oh, the school hated that, by the way. You know, in Georgia and Nathan Dill actually addressed this subject. They were really bad at blacks. Now, they really did it to blacks. You want to know what the discriminatory animals did here in Georgia? They would deny you a diploma based on any reason they wanted to. Sometimes it's mostly because you was black. But now they did it on Christian stuff too. They denied me a diploma. Because my mama used Christian books. But I'll tell you something about those Christian books. They were rooted in the forefathers and stuff. The history books especially. Now, Nathan Dill addressed this issue, but unfortunately, because of certain circumstances, I had no proof. Because you had to have your papers, and they was the ones with all the proof, and I'm sure we wouldn't have got them from them. He actually addressed this. You could have went and got your diploma if they denied you a diploma for whatever reason. They literally stuck their foot in the door and blocked us. My mama said, "You're going to give us those diplomas." And they put their foot in that door, that Dalton Public Schools down there, said they wouldn't let us enter the room. Told us to get off the premises. Well, we left. I went and left the cussing. I cussed them. I wasn't yet a Christian then, but now I'm being held accountable for all of it. You see, I count myself as a Christian from '94, because even though I grew up under God, I grew up hearing about him, I didn't know if I believed in him. And in '94, something happened, and I come to the realization that stuff was happening between late '93 and early '94 that led me to believe in him. And then by August '94, I said the prayer and all that stuff and started reading the Bible and studying up on him and praying and having faith and all that other stuff. Before then, it was always, "Show me yourself, Lord." I'd do that. I'd go out in the middle of the storms. "Storm be gone," trying to test it to see if I could make it go away so I could believe in him. And I'm going to tell y'all this one story. It's so funny, and I may have told it before. I think I have. But I went out in a real bad storm. And it was one of them times where they had the tornado warnings and everything. And the wind got up. It was blowing those trees, and I went out there and I stuck my hands in there. "Storm be gone," and boy, that storm got worse. That storm got worse. And I ran in the house as fast as I could. It was so fun. It was so fun.
One more minute. Time to move.
Our concierge can book you an unforgettable experience. Upgrade to the VIP club and upgrade
How do you spend it?
experience. Isn't it time you escape the ordinary? People?
How do you spin it? What's happening to it? Yeah, them son of bitches decided to deny me a diploma. Oh, here we go. Oh, left. I got off of it. Damn it. I had it ready. I hit the wrong one by mistake. I knew it was left. Okay. Damn it. How do you do it? Okay. There we go. We're spinning it. We're spinning it. We're spinning it. Let's see what we get. If we even get anything. She didn't get it. But she did get it. Whoa! We ranked up! Thank you, Jesus! We ranked up. Even though we didn't get the car, we ranked up. I gotta start doing that daily.
Why doesn't it spin both ways?
Hey, why don't it spin both ways? And she's leaving the casino. I'm gonna take her some missions. I don't remember where I parked the freaking car. I'll get her a new one. I want that orange one, but I don't know if I can. But I see a yellow Hummer. Fuck yeah! I see a yellow Hummer. At the end of the day, I guess it's okay. Because them scumbags in the government. But now the problem is, I could handle it if I was being denied my Facebook for my political or even religious views. But if you know what this woman is going after people for, you would be mad too. I mean, this isn't something to be in Facebook jail over. Over her jealousy, over her hatred of my sister, she started taking photos. Well, now I'm going to take photos. I don't know if they'll be good or not, but I'm going to take them. Don't get mad, get even. Don't get mad, get even. Don't get mad, get even. I mean, it's silly. And I know they supposedly, quote unquote, we didn't hear from them for weeks, but the thing about this, they sent them to my box and I seen them. They shouldn't have sent them. They should have left me alone like I told them to. Now the good news is the spam worked that caught them. It made them spam. But I still seen it anyway. Thank the Lord the spam caught it though. And next time I am just going to let it go. Because I'm sure I'm going to hear from them again. That's okay. I'm not scared of neither one of them. And they do it under a fake protest, profile. They need a demon excommunicate. They've watched so many horror movies, they're infested with I don't know how many demons. Thousands and thousands of devils. Thousands. Even the personalities. It ain't an AI though, cause she belched at the end of it. We thought it was total AI at first. I heard the belch. 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 I had to start ending all my rants with belch. I belch too sometimes, y'all. I have heartburn. I have acid reflux. And because they took away my medicine that was good, these new ones aren't as good as the old ones. I could take one of those, what's it called? And they brought it back. It's not the same ingredient though. The ingredients in it now is the same as Pepsi. Boy. But in the old days, there used to be a Tagman HD, or whatever it's called, HP or HD, or Tagman. And I could take one of those things, and it would last for 3 days. I wouldn't have to take another for 3 days. They banned it because of a 1% chance of cancer, and I gotta shut up now because I'm gonna be going places. I'll wait. I'll do a stream here on Rumble here in a little bit, then we'll go on a little more about that. I'm gonna pick that up later. But a 1% chance of cancer. Now think about something on the market right now that's giving you cancer and everything else. They won't stop it. They won't take it off the market. They won't stop pumping it. Just think about that now. 1% chance of cancer. 1%. 1%. 1%. They removed that drug for 1%. You know what? Well, I can't say that because I'm on YouTube. That's some of that info that's banned on Facebook, by the way. That was one of the things that the Biden administration was going after. It had something to do with 2020 and a sickness that was going around in a particular shot. But yet they remove, I think, something else, y'all. I think there's an ingredient in that that interfered with that crap. That's what I think. I think that's the reason they removed it. You know, there was certain vitamins and stuff that would interfere with it. Because it's funny they took that off the market for 1% chance of cancer. When did they ever care about 1% chance of cancers? 1% ain't enough to remove something, y'all. That was some other reason they removed that drug. It either had something in it that shielded you for something that they're going to do, or I don't know what. It don't make no sense. They've got drugs out there that have a whole lot worse than 1% chance of cancer. It didn't make sense. That's me. I question stuff. I always question stuff. When I'd hear idiotic stuff at school, I'd question it and get sent out in the hallway at times. Because I got sarcastic. And I just mind my elders. They twist that too in the Bible, by the way. Oh, it's another one. It's another one. It's the cuddler. I didn't just mind my elders. Mind my elders. If you minded your elders, boy, we'd be in trouble. Look at our elders. Klaus Schwab. Those are your elders, ladies and gentlemen. Why did they want to? You see, that's one of the things that was getting me away from the Bible when I studied the Illuminati. Do you know they use a lot of that stuff to control the Christian from making a stance, from standing up against things? Now, I know you probably should do things politely, and I'm going to answer. I'm going to stand before his fiery eyes, and I'm not going to be able to look at him. I'm going to be scared to death. I'm going to be honest. You know, people says, "Oh, I can handle it. I can get up there before God." No, you're not. You're going to be scared to death because you're going to be facing those fiery eyes. But now, if I hear, "Well done, good son," I'm going to be, "Praise you, Jesus," because I wasn't thinking I was going to make it. Because I'm going to be scared to death because I didn't handle things how I should, and I still don't. I get a little better, and I mean just a pinch. Each time something happens, I get just a little better, but then time goes by, and I get used to being comfortable, and then something happens, then I don't handle it right. I failed the test once again. I don't know if I failed it at the levels that I failed it the last time, but I will fail somewhere. You can guarantee it, and I got to cast that out. We're going to rebuke that in the name of Jesus right now. We're going to rebuke that because, you know, it's that kind of attitude. If you think you're never going to do it, you're never going to do it. So we're going to rebuke that, and I'm just talking what happens. I'm not saying that's my mindset. I'm saying that's how it happens. It's like it's how it happens. But now my mindset is I rebuke you, devil. In the name of Jesus, get under my feet, Satan. Get down in the pit, Satan. I'm going to shake my cane at you again. Get down in the pits. I said I'm going to shake it down this time. I'm going to start shaking my cane again. That's what I did when I was a child. Because I've been crippled since a child, y'all. I've been crippled since birth, as they put me down. Because I had some neurological issues. And I just lost it. And it was true. A lot of the times I stayed out of school, I didn't know what was going on. We didn't run. My daddy was the type of person, go only went if you needed to. But we didn't run to doctors. You know, like some people, every time their kid gets a sniff, "Oh my God, something's wrong with my child. We got to go to the doctor." My daddy wasn't like that. My daddy would have been, "Let's go to the store and buy some cold medicine off the shelf and give him some cold medicine." That's the type of parents I had. I didn't have the, oh my God, something's wrong with Johnny. We gotta get Johnny to the hospital. So I didn't know nothing was wrong with me. I just knew I didn't feel good. Oh my God, something's wrong with Johnny. We gotta get Johnny to the hospital. He's sick. He's running a fever. My daddy wasn't like that. My mama wasn't like that either. My daddy really. My mama might have been more worried than my daddy was. But now if he hurt himself or something, he'd go to the doctor. And he took me to the doctor, but he heard what he wanted to hear because the doctor happened to work for the school. And I got hurt at the school. And he told my daddy there's nothing wrong with me. Well, guess what? I went to the doctor 20, 30 years later. I guess it was 20 at that time. We're talking about the early 2000s. This is back when I finally found out what was really wrong with me. My doctor comes in the room, and he worked for a doctor that was big up in Georgia. I mean, this guy was on the Georgia Board of Medicals. And my doctor ran in the room, and he said, what happened to your back? Your back was broken. And I told him the school covered it up. I said it immediately. And he's an Indian doctor. He's dark. His skin is dark. This was 20 years ago. And 20-something years ago. Maybe 15, 16, 17, whatever. But anyways, his skin went white as a ghost. Because this guy, he was high up, the guy he worked for. Now, it wasn't him. But he was on the school board. He was actually a part of the school board for many years. This doctor. And he was high up and he ran for, I got where I wouldn't vote for him. After I found out I broke my back, well, I wasn't voting for him before, but I was really picky. He was in our government. I would write down fake names. I'd write down Donald Duck. I'd write down Mickey Mouse, because he didn't ever have nobody running against him. He was a doctor. He was a prominent doctor here in Dalton. Why don't I just name him? It don't matter. He was a politician. Dr. Thomas was his name. I believe that was his name. Thomas or Thompson. He was high up and he even ran for the Georgia State. And I told him, I said, the school covered it up because he ran in there. That's the way he did it. He said, what happened to your back? Your back was broken. Well, that doctor back then, that little fat loser, he was a fat loser, and he threw off on me about being fat. I hate when people does that, and I call him out on it. He had a big old beer gut. He always picked on me about being fat and lazy. And this is why he told my daddy. Here's all that's wrong with your son. He's fat and lazy. Nothing little exercise can cure. And that school had caused me to break my back. And the freakers covered it up. But he seen it in the x-ray years later. But that's when it happened, y'all. That's when I flipped on myself and fell on. And I'm going to tell you something about that. Have you ever seen the movie Carrie? I'm sure many of you have seen the movie Carrie. Well, y'all remember how the students used to do the little girl, Carrie? Okay, one day the coach, and he apologized to me for it. I didn't accept it for many years, and then I decided, when I was thinking about forgiving people, I forgave him of it. Because I knew he really didn't mean to hurt me. He would train wrestlers, by the way. He had me meet the Crockett's. This guy. He knew Lex Luger. He had the Crockett's come and meet me. Because I was a big old guy. What they was going to do, they was going to get me into the wrestling program at school. And then they was going to try to probably get me into NWA later. And he worked for he had them meet me, somebody with them. They had suits on. It looked like them. It did look like them. But anyway, they had suits on. But anyways, he apologized to me years later. But, like, when he was leaving, he went into real estate. and he got out of the coaching business. He went into real estate. He moved off. Before he moved off, he come over there, and I was in a wheelchair then for something else. I had to use a wheelchair for a year and a half at high school, part of high school, for something else that I don't publicly talk about. But it had nothing to do with the back, by the way. But I was having to use a wheelchair. And come on and said, you know, all those years ago when I made you do that flip, I'm sorry. What I distracted what I was talking about, but he was wanting me to do a flip, you know, one of those cartwheels, and I told him I wasn't comfortable doing a cartwheel. Well, they got the students, the whole entire class, do it, 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 do it. He was doing it like a drill sergeant. He's right in my face. He said, come on, do it, Philip, do it, do it. He was doing that. And finally I did it, and I landed on my shoulders and head. But I flipped my back, you know, like how you sat down. I went forward how you sat down backwards. And I was sick at my stomach, and they sent me to the office. And a few weeks later, I got where I could not walk at all. Like, I couldn't walk at all. Well, my daddy, he took me to the doctor, but he happened to take us to our family doctor, which happened to be their office. And he told my daddy there's nothing wrong with me. Or if he told my daddy I had a broke leg, my daddy didn't tell me I had the broke back. I found out about it 20 years later. Whatever, 86 to, was it 2000? 5, 6? Yeah, it was about 20 years. Talking about an injury that happened in 86 and 87. Probably 87. It was a little less than 20 years. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I was told I could sue him, but get this. The week before I was diagnosed, this particular doctor, he passed away. And even my sister, my other sister, she told me, well, you ought to go and sue him. I said, well, it's his family. His family's not really responsible. I mean, it was him, but it wasn't his family, you know. That's who I'd had sued. I'd had sued his family. I'm not a money-hungry, druggy person. I don't just sue people for no reason. I believe in God. God did not want you suing people for no reason. Indeed, he looked down on. He didn't like usury. He didn't like people. He wouldn't like these banks and stuff to loan you money, and he didn't like that crap. He said, be a lender, but be in debt to no man. So he wouldn't want you taking advantage of people and suing them for no reason. And I told him, I'm just going to let it go, because he was already dead. Now I'm going to try to get her submissions. Pull over to the gas station. Let me go over here to the missions. I'll take her a race, of course. Race is what I do the best. I don't do too good at the shooting missions. And then sometimes I fail the races. Oh, just a second, too. Let me deposit a money in the bank. He's earned some money. That truck controller is crazy. Damn it. Hold on, I'm going to get out of this. I ain't gonna take no mission without putting my money in the bank. I killed the batteries on this thing. I don't know what's wrong with it lately, though. It's got where it's doing all kinds of crazy shit. I was going to put her money in the bank earlier, and I forgot. I had that happen to me one time. Never again. Some jack-off kept trying to pick me up while I went in their car. Well, next thing I know, the jackbooted thug kicks me out of the car and steals my cash. I learned the hard way. To always deposit your cash. Am I still alive? Yeah, I'm still alive. I don't care whether people think I'm mean or not. You can think what you want to. Sometimes you have to get mean in this world, or they'll run all over you. I learned that from my father. I'm not of the nice generation. I'm never going to be nice. I'm always going to be like mean tweet Trump. And I'm not going to be I'm not going to play Christian winks. I call it Christian winks. That's where you pretend you're something you're not. Might as well be honest, because I'm going to tell you, you could be sitting there saying, hello there, sir. And you could be grinning at him. You'd be thinking something in your mind. And you've lied to God. You've lied to God. He's seen it. He's seen your attitude. I don't pretend. I'm not a pretender. What if I say I'm not the honest? What if I say never surrender? I'm not a pretender. Whoa! He's only got $800. He needs to do some really. He needs to really do some work. He's only got $800, y'all. $800, dog. He's only got $800, dog. Boy, Dave Grohl's had some good songs when I think about it. Pretender. He's had my favorite. I don't, because I don't owe anybody anything but Jesus. I don't owe you anything. 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 And they had Monkey Ranch. I used to love Monkey Ranch. I'd always try to, when I do the karaoke, I'd always try to get that part where he does the screaming. I never could get it. Dave Grohl, I love you too, like I was talking about Dave Ellison. And that's another Dave, by the way. David Ellison, Dave Mustaine, and Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl. You know what? I think I'm going to end this today. I've been on for a while. I'll see y'all later. I'm going to go ahead and deposit her cash. I'll take some missions later. What if I say I'm not the honest? I'm not a pretender, y'all. I'm not a pretender. What you see is what you get. I'm not going to pretend. So if I'm treating you nice and I'm nice to you, that means I really like you. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to pretend. If you care, if you don't care, that's one thing. But be honored if I'm being nice to you, because chances are, if I'm going out of my way to speak to you, if I'm having something to do with you, I really like you. I'm not pretending. I'm not kissing your butt. I'm not kissing up to you just to get some kind of whatever out of you. Like say when I talk to these bands and stuff, but I'm telling them I really do like them. I really do like them. I'm not just kissing up because I think they're somebody famous. First of all, if I was in a room with them and they didn't walk up and speak up to me, I wouldn't probably speak to them. And I've been in the room with some of them. I never bothered any of them. If I really like you, I really like you. I'm not going to bother you. I'm not just telling you something just to kiss your ass. I'm not a pretender. I don't pretend. If I don't like you, and sometimes I'll be nice and I'll let you know if I don't like you, but I'm not going to kiss your ass there either. I play nice. Sometimes I'm nice. Like, I don't have to, I mean, you don't have to hate everybody you don't like. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it ain't like you just hate everybody you don't like. There's some people you don't like. But now, if you get on my bad side, you're going to know it. And I'm going to say something. And I don't care who I hurt feelings, who I make mad, who don't like it, etc. And then God, I just tell them I'm sorry. I can't do anything about God. His opinion's what's going to matter in the end. And you can't do anything. I thought of that even when I was a kid, even before I decided I believed in him. I used to draw a lot. Oh, I'm already out of that. I need to close my stream. But we'll just go ahead and pause. So I'm going to go and finish my little last statement here. But I used to draw a lot up until I had some issue and it affected my hand. I can't draw as good. I can barely write my name anymore. But I used to draw. I used to draw pictures. And one time I was drawing this artwork. I wadded it up. And I thought, that's my art there. What if God wadded me up? Thought that one time. Just giving him my thoughts. And I thought, well, just think. There's nothing I can do about it if he does. So I just decided, well, God, thank you for not wadding me up then and there. Because he can do what he wants to do. And he don't have to ask any of us.